Hi everyone. Light check. Makeup correct. Okay, rolling. I'm literally gonna cry now. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are taking good care of yourself and you are doing well. So this is a very special video because it's 20th of March, which was the time where I first started the channel, where I released my first video ever on YouTube. And just a pre-note, it has been an incredible journey. It doesn't matter how many subscribers, it's only 273, that doesn't matter. But what I'm more happy and grateful about, done my makeup and everything is done. So what is in this video? In this video, I'll be answering the questions which I've collected over the 1 year. Whenever I have done some ask me the questions, or whenever I chatted with you all on Instagram, I selected some of the questions which I wanted to answer. Because I always had this in mind, whenever I'll complete the first year of my channel, I'll answer all of the questions, because it was out of random, where there was nothing a day before also put up on my channel, because it was such a random thought that I had not put up anything on my channel. Oh wait, I've spoken a lot in introduction, right? Let's quickly jump into the video and then we'll chit chat. By the way, grab your popcorns, grab some snacks, because it's been a long time since I've chatted with you all, and it's gonna be a fun video and you'll like it, and I'll answer your favorite questions that I've selected. Okay, let's quickly jump in the video.
1, 2, 3, funky.
Okay, so the basic thing, I'll tell you what all the story happened and how it happened in depth. The reason was, on 18th of March I had my, on 16th of March I had my accounts paper of 12th standard, and it was all going good. I came home and I sat down for my computer science paper. I was studying and all, and I was at my nanny house, and when I was leaving at 10:35, I still remember the time, the notice came in from CBSE that because of COVID situation, the exams are being postponed till further notice. And I screamed at the top of my voice as much as I could, because I was so happy. I don't know why I was happy. There was no plan of starting the channel, anything, but I was happy that now I don't have to study, at least, and the pressure of boards is, reduced till some time when I am at home. So I came home and I called my best friend, who, by the way, is a savior. Because of whom this channel started. She recorded the video, she edited the video, she made the channel, she uploaded it on the channel. I knew nothing when the first video was uploaded. It was all her. I was just sitting and talking to you all. I was just doing my makeup. Else work, everything was done by her, and I am actually blessed to have her in my life. Trust me on this. So a day before, when the notice came, I called her that the exams are cancelled and I don't have anything. So we just made a random plan that, okay, come over on a night over, and I went for it, and I was at her house. So if you'll see my first video, the location, the background, everything is different. It was her house where I shot the first video. And I just told her on the phone when I was speaking to her that I'll get my makeup and we'll record a makeup tutorial and we'll put it on IG or something. The plan was to put it on IG just for fun. Okay, so that doing the best friend challenge, and that was going on TikTok. So that was the ideal plan, but it all got turned around. So we got up at, I still remember every time and every second of that day, because I know how special it is to me. So we woke up around 1:30, 1:45. We had a lunch and we were just sitting. We were so tired because we woke up at the time where people have lunch. So I was supposed to do makeup on her, but it all got cancelled, as I said. So what she said was that, you do it on yourself, don't do it on me, we'll record it sometime else. You do it on yourself right now. So I said, chalo theek hai, karte thoda sa try. And out of random nowhere, I just picked a t-shirt out of a wardrobe. I sat in front of the camera and we started recording the video on my old phone that I had. And while recording, we finished it, and I just said that, can we put it on YouTube? And she was like, why don't? And after I said that, I was like, no, this is not a good idea. We should not do it, because I was hell scared to put it on YouTube. And the only reason of being that scared was, I guess, because at that time I was in school. And see, what happens is, when you are in school, or when you are in college or university, the people who are around you, they know you, how you behave. And then you see me like this in front of the camera, all dolled up or dressed up, or or doing makeup. I have received some nasty memes about me. I have seen some comments about me from the people who were in my school, and I knew that it was coming my way. That was the reason I was not ready to start the channel. I had this in my mind since a very long time, but I was dealing it. It was like, I do it after 12 so that I don't have to face any school problems, or I don't have to go in school and they'll all be like, oh, you have started a channel, and I have to answer the question that how is the channel going, what are you going to do about it. So I was basically scared for not doing that. But I think that I made the best decision of my life by starting the channel, by starting the IG page, and it's just surreal. And I'm actually very emotional right now. Okay, but coming back to the story. So she said that, what you'll do is, एक बार डाल के तो देख, नहीं होता है तो डिलीट कर देंगे, एक बार डाल के देख, करके तो देख, ट्राई तो करके देख. And probably I think I was the happiest person that lockdown happened, because I had so much time for YouTube, for Instagram. I had so much ideas in my mind. I was watching IG, I was watching YouTube daily of what content to put out, what to do, what not to do. I learned so much in lockdown about the influencer marketing, about the blogger marketing, and all these things. So I said that I don't know anything about editing. It's you have to do it. So you see whether you will be able to do it or not. She went to Play Store. She checked all the apps and she downloaded it. She edited it. She added the music, my voice recording, everything, and she uploaded the video. I still remember how my heart was beating. Like, I told her, just check. It's gonna burst. I think I was so scared. It was it was literally like one of the craziest moments I've experienced, because I was so scared and tense that people will like it or not, how will be their reaction. And I knew the blast that would come from my school, that oh my god, she has started. And I knew that happened, because when the first time I had put the screenshot of my YouTube channel on my page, that is still on my Instagram page, it had 85 shares. Now 85 shares is a lot of big deal. And the strangest part is, I know whom all had shared that. So that makes it more interesting for me, and I knew that it was coming my way. So yes, so that was the reason I was holding it for so long, that I didn't want to put out any video, any makeup tutorial or anything like that. But it was because of her who pushed me through it, that you have to do it, and it is one of the best decisions I have made. And yes, so this was the story of starting the channel, starting Lookbook by Priyasha, and talking to you all, making this huge extended family of mine. And yes, I feel blessed, and thank you so much. Sometimes you shoot or you work. See, it depends entirely on my mood. It's not that I'm shooting twice a week, or it's mandatory for me to shoot twice a week. It depends entirely on my mood, because I have experienced it that if I'm not in the mood, if I'm not happy, if I'm not feeling that I have to shoot, even if I sit in the front of the camera, it shows on my face that I'm not happy and I cannot shoot like this. So when I'm happy, when I'm energetic, and when I'm feeling like no, I have to shoot, then I shoot. And there are weeks sometimes that I'm shooting from Monday to Thursday. Every day I'm shooting something. Every day I'm shooting a YouTube video, or I'm editing the full day, or I'm shooting some reels, or I'm editing the pictures that I shot for the reel, or anything. So there are weeks where I'm shooting the entire week, and there are weeks where I haven't shot anything since 2 weeks, but I have enough content to put. So it entirely depends on my mood and my energy, because there's one thing that I know and I learned, that camera never tells lie. This camera, this frame that you see, is what the most, I think, original thing that you can see. And it shows if you're not happy, it shows if you're sad, it shows that you're not interested in speaking or talking. So it actually all depends on mood and my energy. Then next question, how did your parents react? Tricky. So again, a story. My parents didn't know that I was going to start a YouTube channel or anything. They had no clue about it, and as same as I had no clue about it. It was so random. Then I didn't even have the time to process it in my mind. I realized it when I came home and I received the messages. I had shut down my phone net. I was so scared that I'm not gonna see the reaction. And so when I operated my phone at night, I saw all the reaction. I saw messages from my schoolmates, positive messages and that made me happy. So I processed it later. But my parents' reaction when I sat in the car, they picked me from my friend's house, and I sat in the car and I told them that I just told them clearly I started the YouTube channel, and the first video is now out on my YouTube, and basically now everyone can see me on YouTube if they search my name, or the known ones as well. So they were like, okay, and what do you want to do? They were more scared that what I want to do. They didn't react to the YouTube video first, and I get their tension as well, that their main tension was that it should not affect your studies and all. You still have your board papers to give, you still have your college to give. But I think when my college result came in, where I got the top 100, when I got my merit rank in top 100 for my college, so they balanced it at that time, and they were not very so they are very supportive now, but at that. The next question is, your first ever goof up while shooting or practicing or anything, and how did you deal with it? Oh, I would not say a goof up, but I remember, so when I first shot the video, I knew that I had to continue with it, and I was at my home. I had no idea of how to record a video, or how to make a YouTube tutorial on your own without someone's help. So I already had a tripod and a DSLR at home. It was not that I purchased it for the channel. I already had that, but I didn't know how to use it. Okay, so like I know how to use the DSLR, but adjusting the brightness and the lens according to the background, it's a whole lot of another thing which is not easy, you guys. So what I did was, I took my mom's iPhone and I took my novels that I have. I arranged it in a stack. I put a candle on the top of it, and I put the phone in that angle that you can see me and how close I was from the camera, so you can see how I was doing my makeup. So this is how I recorded my second tutorial, and actually not second, third, fourth, fifth, at least till sixth or the fifth tutorial. This is how I used to do it. And one time I remember what happened was, I was shooting the tutorial the same way, and so that is how I recorded my first 5 or 6 tutorials. I don't remember now, but from the 6th tutorial I started learning that how I can use the DSLR, how I can use the tripods. So that went well. But I think the first goof up or while practicing something was, see, I had no idea of how to use a tripod and all, and the first time I got scared was, I attached the DSLR to the tripod, and it was like one screw from the side was a little bit loose, and I didn't know it. I was moving the tripod, I was adjusting it, and the DSLR was just about to fall on the ground, and I just catch it on my palm. So I think that was the first time I got scared of doing that. So I think that was the first goof up I made. And second goof up I think would be spilling some product on my bed sheet, or my setting powder on my bed sheet. I think that was the second goof up that I made. It was my Bare Minerals powder, and I didn't know that it was on my lap. I just got up to change the light, and it was all on my bed sheet and all. So I think that was the second time. And yes, then another part of this question, or anything, how did you deal with it? I dealt with it like, for the camera, I was hell scared, and I was like in shock for 5 to 10 minutes that, oh my god, if it could have broken that day, I would be dead, like legit dead. And for the Bare Minerals powder, I was quick enough to clean it up so that mama would not see it. So that saved me. So the next question is, why did you start the channel? It's a long story, but I'll tell you in short and I'll tell you why. So I have always had a thing for makeup. I have always loved makeup. I enjoyed doing makeup. I enjoyed dressing up, and it was my happy place. I always enjoyed it. It was, I don't remember, the day when we would go out for dinner and I'm like, no yaar, aaj bilkul taiyar hone ka man nahi hai aise. I was never that kind of girl, who would say that and who would just walk out of the house wearing just something, or I am not that kind of person. I am dressed up. I am perfectly dressed up in my house as well. With not, of course, not with the makeup, but like lip gloss and my hair done correctly and everything. So I am not that kind of girl. But yes, I always enjoyed doing makeup. I had plenty of makeup lying in my wardrobe. I had these expensive MAC and Bobbi Browns and Bare Minerals stuff and Anastasia and everything. But I used to just use it for dinners and when we used to go out. But I always had that channel, or to record some makeup tutorials deep down in my heart, but I never expressed it to anyone. Like anyone means anyone. I never told this idea to anyone. My best friend knew that I had to do it sometime, but no one knew when I would do it or even if I would do it. But so when that lockdown happened, and that was the random thought, as I said, that I started the channel. So there was no mood of putting the second video out, but when I read those reactions and those messages and the 85 numbers of shares on the story and the post, individually I'm talking about, that made me realize that I might be able to do it, and I should do it. And with practice, I have learned so much in makeup of what I knew and how I knew. I truly believe that I only knew 2 or 5% of makeup when I started doing the channel, and now my makeup knowledge, or now how I do my makeup, and of all the product knowledge that I have, is way more than I ever thought I would have in makeup. And I have learned so much in during this 1 year. I will continue to learn, because it's an endless process. Makeup, every twice a week or every new week it has some different technique. Earlier we used to apply concealer in a triangle. Now it's the facelift technique of using the facelift. By the way, I've done facelift today. I'll show you in the next YouTube tutorials how you can do facelift at home while and with makeup. But coming back to that, so I always had that in my heart, but I would like to say, and I know that, and I'm confessing it for the first time, that I had no motivation. B, I had no courage to do that, and I was hell scared, as I said, that because in being in school and handling that pressure, when and when the comments come to you, you are not ready to deal with it. I was not even ready to deal with it for a long time when I started the channel. Like after 5-6 videos I got normal, but so it's not easy to deal with that. And being in the public eye, that you don't know how many people are watching you. You only know the number of views that come on the channel, but you don't know which person had watched and what was going in his or her mind. So I think that was scaring me a lot from starting the channel. But then I overcome it, and the only basic reason that I started the channel was my love for makeup and what I enjoyed doing the most. And honestly, when I'm in front of the camera, when I'm shooting, when I'm talking to you all, or when I'm chatting to you all on Instagram, it is what that makes me happy, and I feel confident in myself that what I'm saying is I know is right, and in the field which I'm talking about, I know is right, and I love that field, and I have that vast knowledge of talking about that field. So I think this made me continue with the channel, and this made me realize that I I had to and I have to continue with this channel. So the basic borderline of why did I start the channel was for the love of my makeup. So I think the basic reason I started makeup was my love for makeup and how much I enjoy doing it, and just how much I love sitting in front of the camera and talking to you all and creating this YouTube video or tutorials for all of you. So that was the basic reason that I started the channel, and the borderline being my happiness. So yes. Voice is cracking because I said that it's going to be a hell lot of emotional video, because it doesn't matter how much subscribers I have or how much Instagram followers I have, but what does matter to me is that the positive messages that I've received from some people, from my blogger friends or my influencer friends who have told me such good things that you are doing great, or the messages that they have sent me. I think that boosted my confidence, and that made me realize that this is where I belong. So yes, sorry if my voice is cracking a little bit, but I already told you that this video is going to be a hell lot of emotional, right? Because looking back a year where I had nothing of this and now I have all of this is so surreal to me, and it's just being blessed for me. My leg is like, I cannot even move it. Ouch. Shit. My leg is dead. I can't even move. How did you learn makeup? Wait a minute. Sorry. Yes. The next question is, how did you learn makeup? Okay. So as I already told you that I had enough of makeup in my wardrobe to learn makeup, and actually not to learn makeup, I had enough of it to use on everyday basis. But I think my first interaction with makeup would be because of my chachi. She does amazing makeup and she also loves makeup. So whenever she used to come, I used to see her doing her makeup. And when I was like in around 12 or 13, 14 years in my teens, when I started, so whenever we used to go out, she used to do makeup on me, and I used to learn. So my first interaction with using makeup and how to use it happened because of my chachi. And my Masi has bought all of the makeup. She loves makeup, but I also saw her doing makeup, but not as much as I saw my chachi doing makeup. So that was the first interaction with like a proper interaction with makeup, how you do it. So my Masi gets me my makeup and she gets it all. So I have seen her doing it, I've seen my chachi doing it. So the borderline, my first interaction, my first learning of how to use the foundation, anything happened because of these two, my Masi and my chachi. They taught me how to use it. I used to see them, and when they did makeup first time on me, so I learned how to do it. So that basic happened over there, and then I started, it was not in 13s, I started watching YouTube tutorials when I was 14 or 15 years, well, actually not 14, 15, 16 years I started watching makeup. And when I was 16, then I learned how to do like nice eye makeup, or like how would you do what you can say, the face, no, actually not the face level, but how you can make it contour or chiseled or anything that I learned. But the ton of concepts that I know now while recording the channel, or that I've learned over the year is just, I think it was just endless, and I've learned it all through YouTube and all through Instagram and all. So yes, but the first basic, if you go back to, that was because of them, and then it's all self-taught, YouTube. Then the next, it's not a question, it's a compliment. You're too beautiful, and thank you so much for that. Thank you. But the next question is, what was your reaction after you saw that the video was doing well or your channel was doing well? The only basic reaction that was, I was overwhelmed and I started crying like a 2-year-old baby. Yes, that was the only reaction where I saw the stats on the first YouTube tutorial that I've ever put out. When I saw the stats of that video, I was in shock. My first reaction was in shock because I couldn't believe my eyes. And the second was, I just called my best friend and I started crying and screaming that, oh my god, this has happened, that has happened, I'm thinking and that. So that was my first basic reaction, and my second basic reaction was I ran up to my mandir and I just touched Ganpati Bappa's feet and I said him thank you for doing that. So these were my two basic reactions, nothing else, but this was the only hyper reaction. Do you think that Instagram and normal life is the same? No, hell no. Who told you this? I don't know. But no, it's not the same. But I will tell you one thing. The person who is talking to you on Instagram, on YouTube is the same, and they're expressing something. It goes with me also. Like when I'm talking with you all, I am the same person as I'm in my normal life. And when I'm talking to an Instagram, it's the same. I tell you what I feel and how I'm feeling, or what are my views about certain things. It's all truth. I'm not lying about anything or anything like that. But you don't know my bad days. You don't know that, someday around 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock I was crying like a baby. It's not the same. On Instagram, when I'm posting the content and all, it's the same person, about how I feel, about my views, and even when I'm talking to him, when I'm chit-chatting with you in the question and answer, you ask me about my views or how I answer, I'm the same person. But normal life is hell different, and I'll tell you the reason. See, because when I'm on Instagram, I'm like all proper, and I am like not that proper, but I speak to you very properly and all that stuff, and I do it at home as well, but not all the time. And it's not all the time that I'm very poised and proper of how I'm talking on YouTube or on Instagram. The person in the view is 100% honest about when we are talking, when the influencers, or when we are talking to you through YouTube or Instagram. But the day-to-day struggle, the day-to-day work that we do, or how I'm editing and all that, it's not as same as it seems nice on Instagram. I'll tell you, when you see a 30-second reel on Instagram, or when you see a YouTube, you don't know the struggle that has gone all behind it. I have to record a 30-second reel, but it takes me 2 hours to record that reel. So it's not that 30 सेकेंड में वो रील रिकॉर्ड हो गया है या ऐसा कुछ भी. So it is a totally different world. Instagram world and the normal world is different. In normal world, I'm running here and there, arranging my light, setting my light, setting my tripod, setting the curtains, setting the candles for the video and all. And it's not what you see on Instagram. On Instagram, what you see is a 30-second perfectly edited reel with a perfect sound. So it's not the same. But again, don't come out on me and say that, so you are trying to be a different person in front of us. No, I'm the same person. I'm telling you what I feel on Instagram and YouTube as well. But the struggle that I do to record all of this, and the planning I do to record all of this, and like what I plan in my calendar, is that is what normal life, what you see is the perfect and the correct video. So yes, so it is different. It's not the same. It is totally different. And I think people get confused that when you see that 30-second reel or when you see that picture, so people don't see the effort behind it. You just see that 30-second reel and you find it good or you don't find it good, but the effort that it goes all behind it, I think people miss on. Girl, your confidence level. Thank you so much. And again, this confidence has come from all of you who have supported me through thick and thin. So I am thankful to you all for that. The next question is, how do you keep your YouTube life different and your normal life different? The basic reason that how I keep it different is because I know that professional and personal life is different. I don't record any video, I don't talk about my personal life much on that. It's all about me, but not about the people who are in my life or about whom the people I am close to. You have all the right, as being a part of my YouTube subscribers and my family, you have all the right to know everything about me. But there are some bits and pieces that only a few people in my life know, and the people who are in my life know. So I think that is the way how I keep my normal life and YouTube life different, that I tell you everything, but there's still the things that I don't tell you, and there's still the crying sessions and the anxiety sessions and the not feeling well sessions that I don't tell you all. But yes, so this is how I keep it different. I know that when I'm here, I am here for all the positive vibes and talking to you all, and I do share with you all that if I had a bad day or anything like that. But I think the basic reason that and the basic way I keep my normal and my YouTube life different is I don't mix both of them. It's not like what I've done in a day or what I have to do in a day, I come and tell you every day, because then it's all gonna be public. And being in a public, I know that very little thing or very some parts of my life are private to me now, and they are special to me. So that is why I do not share that with you all, because that is my special moment, that is my private and special moment. So this is how I separated both. Ideas for your new content. Pinterest and more of Pinterest, it comes naturally when you are recording a tutorial every now and then, or when you're recording a reel every now and then. You see so many Instagram reels. Like I am 24/7 on Instagram, because that is the basic place where I can derive ideas from my content or anything like that. But yes, so that would be the place. Instagram and Pinterest would definitely be the place. And as I said, I'm used to now when I'm recording, abhi record karte karte bhi, some idea was struck my mind. So it's not that, but I do get many of my eye makeup ideas from Pinterest. I try to recreate them, or I try to do it with my little bit twist. And with the reels that I see, that how I can do the transition and all. I had no clue about how you do a transition. I was so bad at it. I remember how much I struggled with how you can do it, how you can do a 15-second or 30-second ka transition that it looks good and you would all like it. So I learned it over the year. So Instagram and Pinterest would be definitely place where I get most of my ideas, and I get most of how I can do a content video, or how you can I can do it in my way with taking some of the content idea. So yes, hope you are enjoying listening to me chattering about all of this. But anyways, I just ran into a screenshot on my iPad. It says July 20 and I had 109 subscribers, and I had only 5 to 6 videos. I don't know if you're able to see this because of the ring light, but like this was it. I had only 109 and I have 273 of you now. I'm so happy, I can't even tell you, literally. But yes, because I've spoken enough and I selected all of the videos, which was I know that there were many people who had that in mind, that why did the hell I start the channel? What was the need of starting the channel and coming on Instagram and doing the reels and all and stuff? But so I've told you all. So this is the last question. How does YouTube and IG affect your mental health? Honestly, as I said, I'm a emotional person. I do not care about negative comments. But there are, of course, days where even if I'm not caring, but it does come back to me. So for the mental health, I'll just say that I focus more on the positive and very, very less on the negative, because I know that it's extremely tricky. It's not easy being in the public eye. It's not easy taking those comments, or taking those. I remember one meme that was made by my school friends, and they shared it, and it thought that not my friends actually, but the people who were in my school, my batchmates, I would say. It was where I started the channel, and the second video, which was, I used all the Maybelline products because I wanted it to be a drugstore video. So when the video got out, and at that same night as well, there's a clown emoji with it was actually a 4 meme template, and it was a Joker face, and it was written, my dialogues were written that I spoke in the video, that I have used all the Maybelline products. Now see what I look like and see what I look like, and the end result is. And there was a Joker face, and my apparently so-called friends shared that, and that hit me for the first time. That, you know, and I realized at that time that they have something for me, and I get that why they have something for me, and the rage they have on me. But that didn't affect me, and honestly, the people who made that, and I'm telling you, who shared that video and who were laughing on that, because I know all of the people who were laughing at that meme, and who had shared in which WhatsApp group, I know that too. Insiders information, I guess. A question that how does it affect my mental health? It does affect me sometimes on my bad days, but then I again open those messages where I've received the positive feedbacks and where I've received the appreciation messages. I call my friends and I talk to them, and they motivate me that, you know, you are doing good, and the people who are saying this, you know why they are saying this. And the another thing was, I came to know this, that, you know, who had shared that meme, or, you know, who were laughing on that meme because of some insiders information in the WhatsApp. But this meme was put up by the St. Mary's Confession page. St. Mary's is a school from where I passed out, so it was put up by them. So they don't even have the guts to tell the name, that who was running the page and who made the meme. So, you know, you're just a person sitting behind the computer and blattering nonsense stuff out for the world, and there's some effect on your mental health that you're trying to affect mine also. So I just ignore it, and I do believe a lot in this, that it's all in here. You block the negativity, you block the negative comments, and just let in the positive comments and see what magic you can create. Video, I hope you all will be as supportive as you have been, and you'll be with me through thick and thin in my second year of this YouTube journey as well. And I hope you enjoy my work. I hope you enjoy seeing me on your screen while you have grabbed a snack, I hope. And yes, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being with me through thick and thin for this 1 year. And I hope God bless every one of you, and yes, and you stay happy and wealthy and mentally happy as well in your life. Thank you so much. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all enjoy watching this video. See you in my next tutorial very, very soon now.